course, I'm here with Sweet Audits.
Hey, hey.
So, go in here, everything's getting set up. Let's get my big camera ready, guys, because I'm going to be rolling on that just in case. Coming in with me, guys, on this one. Just give a little education, see if they're going to do their job and do their public records. You ready? All ready to go?
I think so.
I'm good.
I'm just going to do an intro for the big camera. Just turns into a video. And then let's get this. Guys, have a look at it. My auditor right here. We are here today to help my friend, subscriber of mine, speaker, and they're denying him public records because he won't maintain it. And we're going to talk about IRL as well as the levels of the audits. Let's go check it out, guys. See how it goes.
Thank you.
And I thought the one I gave was broken, but it seems to be working great for her. So
You gave me a broken
we
knuckle.
basically, it's actually not broken though.
I know.
For a free one, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So we don't have the almost the identical setup now.
Hey, I'm just trying to see if I can get my records for the record request that I put in a month ago. Andrew? Or,
You're good.
Do you know what date you put it in on?
yeah, and it came in on July 6th, 2022. But the date that it actually happened on was June 28th at 9:37 a.m. with Officer Matthew Tippett, badge W360, deputy.
One second for me and I'll see if I can find that for you.
Hey guys, so we'll see what happens. Seems like I don't even think they put the request in for you last time you were here, right?
They filed it, but then they said that, yeah, I had to provide more information.
Have to give he has to give his ID, guys. So.
Can I throw that free?
You thought you were buffering?
That's what they're saying.
I think I should be good. I'm assuming we'll be buffering. What's up, Lori? Good to see you in here. So if you're just coming in, guys, we came here for a subscriber of mine, Truth Speaker,
Yes, ma'am.
who's been a supporter of the TMA channel since the very beginning. And he reached out to me because he's trying to do a public records request on a dispatch call, and they are making him give his ID. What was the reason they said you had to give ID?
Just because they said it was their policy.
Oh, it's their policy to violate people's rights, guys. So, core laws and CCJRA laws, Colorado Criminal Justice Records Act, prevents us or keeps us from having to ID data public records because they can retaliate against us, right? And that's the reason why that protects us. So literally, their policy is a violation of the law. So that happens a lot, guys. I just did a live on Arapahoe County yesterday where I looked up their policy. You guys seen that one where I had a conversation with the lieutenant and sergeant in the office back then, which also I think they tried to scramble my 5G because all of a sudden it went out as soon as the sergeant was supposed to come down. I had to go jump on their Wi-Fi. But they have their policy that says, I wrote it down, it says that identification is mandatory for any public records unless you are a uniformed officer such as a police officer or a military personnel. So first of all, they're saying as long as you're one of us, then you don't have to show ID. But that policy, regardless, is a violation of the law. It's a violation of Colorado revised statutes. So they can't have a policy that violates the law. So I talked to the sergeant and the lieutenant about that. See if he's going to get back to me. He said within a week. So we'll see what they say about it because I want to get that removed so that people don't think they have have to show ID. And another thing is that most of the time, when I do stuff like that, they just ignore me, and I never hear from them again, so. Or if they actually do reach out, which is rare, they'll say, oh, there's nothing we can do, right? So that's what happened with Sergeant Evans that I just spoke with yesterday too, in my first live stream yesterday in Littleton. When a geyser tried to come up and grab my monopod, and she didn't try to, she did it. And they looked at the footage and said that, I guess that nothing that she did wrong. I guess police officers can come up to free members of the public and just grab their stuff, and it's not a crime. So. But you know how it is, guys, with them. So. Oh, look, they got the lion up. Is that a sign right there or what?
So I guess you were speaking with Dan about it.
Yeah, is she here today?
She is, but since you guys already had discussed what was needed for the request, that if you have any additional.
She said I needed my ID and I shouldn't need my ID. What else does she need that's additional?
Any other requests will have to be handled through the county attorney, and here's her information.
But you guys have already made me jump through hoops. I'm not an acrobat, so I'm tired of jumping through hoops and wasting resources.
So if you want to give her a call, then she can provide you.
No, you guys should be able to give the records, like, you don't just stop making me jump through hoops, man.
Well, I'm sorry that you're having a bad time, but that's the information of who you need to speak to.
So I got a question, because I'm here on his behalf.
Yeah.
So what is the veil that's being put on the records right now? Is it that he has to show ID to get it?
I'm not sure what we discussed
Okay.
already.
Well,
So that's what he was told before. That's why we're here, right? So he brought us back up. We got probably about 300 people watching right now. So what we want to do though is we just want to educate, because the thing is, ma'am, is that core laws and also Colorado Criminal Justice Records Act protects us that we don't have to show ID to get records. And the reason for that is because then people can retaliate against us, right? Now there are some states like Virginia where you have to have an ID because you have to be a resident of that state to obtain records. But Colorado is not that way. So your policy, if this is your policy, ma'am, then your policy is literally violating the law and it's violating our rights. So we need, so hold on, ma'am, I'm not done. So what we need to do, okay, is we're here, piece of information that we have a lawful right to get. Now, if you prevent us from getting this information, then what's going to happen is we're going to have to take this to district court, and then you specifically, ma'am, are going to have to, and this lady and whoever is going to have to answer to the district court judge.
Then that's fine, that's a county attorney. I don't create the policies. We have forms that we require to be filled out, signed, and we require identification.
So you don't make the policies, you just follow orders without question, not even knowing if it's a violation of our rights, ma'am? Can I get your name?
Information that I have.
Can I get your name, please?
My name is Melissa.
Melissa? Let me write that down, hold on. On here. That's probably not the right spelling. What's your last name?
I'm not gonna give you my last
Well, you have to, ma'am. I'll do a public records request on your name too, and if you don't give me your last name, I'm gonna get your salary too, and I'm gonna publish it on YouTube, okay? So Melissa refusing to identify, so we're gonna do a public, actually, let's do it here. Can we do a public records request on your name?
on my name.
Yep, and your salary too.
If you're needing like internal stuff, that goes through a different department.
We're not, well, here's the thing, man, I'm giving out educations today, one at a time. So the thing is that Colorado law states that all I have to do is tell a public employee the information I need. It doesn't matter if I'm in the right department or not, and now it's your responsibility to follow up and get that information to the correct department. So I'm telling you right now, and it's live streamed, and it's gonna have thousands of people watching, that I need your name and your salary, and that's the information I'm requesting. Okay, all right. We're trying to be cool with you, you guys aren't being reasonable.
She going to get her supervisor?
So she's going to get her supervisor, guys.
She got scared.
So she just says that she doesn't make the policy, guys. That's the problem. We can't just have order followers. Just because they don't, the Nazis just, they're